This is Drill Instructor McSweeney, and I'm back in the Corps with 514, 1st MP Company, 2nd Platoon. We're getting ready to head overseas, and your nasty butt is on the couch watching Boot Camp on Fox Reality. All right.
Boot Camp began 28 days ago with 16 recruits. Now, the squad has been reduced to recruits Whitlow and Wolf. These 2 recruits are now entering the Gauntlet, a 48-hour marathon in which they will compete for 13 sets of dog tags belonging to their fallen squad members. Stage 1 of the Gauntlet, 7 grueling mental and physical events named in honor of the 7 dismissed recruits. Whitlow and Wolf will battle to earn their dog tags. Stage 2, the vote. After being silenced when they were taken from the game, the 6 discharged recruits, Pupo, Thompson, Hutak, Yaney, Brown, and Moretti, returned to pledge their dog tags to the recruit they want to win boot camp. The recruit with the most dog tags will win $500,000. Who will endure? The Final 4 awoke to their harshest test.
The mess hall is now closed.
I don't know how they're going to expect to push us without any energy in our body.
Recruit Whitlow's strategy of saving her chance for amnesty paid off.
Everyone else has had an opportunity to be a squad leader, so by default, it goes to Whitlow.
Recruit Moretti, you have 2 glow sticks. Over.
The mission was a success, and Whitlow earned the first spot in the Gauntlet.
Whitlow's probably the one that I'm closest with at this point.
I want Wolf gone.
But with Whitlow in the perfect position to eliminate Wolf, she refused to vote for him.
I made a deal with Wolf in the very beginning that I would never vote for Wolf.
Instead, Whitlow teamed with Moretti to prevent Wolf, her toughest competitor, from reaching the Gauntlet.
I'm voting for Moretti with an I, in hopes that he will take Wolf.
On Dismissal Hill, who would join Whitlow in the Gauntlet?
Recruit Moretti, you are the dismissed recruit.
For his discharge, Moretti remained loyal to Wolf.
I'm going to discharge Moretti with a Y.
Recruits Whitlow and Wolf. The Gauntlet begins now. Recruits Whitlow and Wolf. This is the beginning of the Gauntlet, and you 2 are playing for $500,000. Over the next 48 hours, you will endure a mental and physical marathon, even though you have not slept in 17 hours.
This first event is called Lauder's Last Stand. What is it?
Lauder's Last Stand, sir.
Recruit Lauder, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you recall, Recruit Lauder, after a vigorous PT session, what did he have a hard time doing? Standing up, right?
Yes, sir.
You'll step up to the footprints. You will get on them. You'll stand at the position of attention. The one who falls off first loses.
Get on my footprints now, do it.
Aye, sir.
Once again, this is Recruit Lauder's Last Stand. Your time starts now.
$400,000 difference is a huge difference to me. You know, $100,000 is great, don't get me wrong. I'd be very pleased to be second place. But second place is first place loser, and I don't want that. I came here with a strategy. I'm still in my strategic mode, and I want to be the last person standing at boot camp.
It's part of my fault that he's here because I held amnesty and I could have voted for anyone and I chose not to vote for him. And I may have cost myself $400,000.
Standing at the position of attention is easy for about 5 minutes. But when you're talking adding 30 pounds on your back, it's a completely different ball game, and it's cold.
I can lock eyes, and that's why every time I got anywhere near his eyes, he would shut them.
My tactic in the beginning was not to look her in the eyes because my knees were buckling early, and she looked like she was going strong.
I kept thinking in my head, get yourself a nice, warm glass of milk, think about crawling in bed, and drop.
I could not believe that we were still standing there after 5 hours. I was amazed at that whole thing. But too, with the pressure on their shoulders from the Alice pack, it cuts into your shoulders. It pulls back on your body. You could really see it in both the recruits. They were starting to ache.
Done, sir. This recruit requests to take off gear and sit.
5 hours, 40 minutes. Get out, Wolf.
Aye, sir.
Take your time. Stop.
I fell. I almost cried when I saw her get off because it's almost like you're saved. It was almost like you're saved. Within the first 45 minutes, I was going to give it to her. That took everything that I could ever muster inside of my body. 10 times harder than boot camp itself was that one mission.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Sit up.
I think my toes are frostbitten. I can't feel them.
What's my back? I think here. I overcompensated for my right foot, so I wasn't leaning all the way on my right ankle. So my right shoulder was picking up a little bit extra. It ended up feeling like knives in my back.
Just because you jumped down early doesn't mean that you're less of a recruit. I'll tell you that right now. You should be proud of yourself.
Yes, sir.
Recruit Wolf, you won. Recruit Louder's dog tag. Got that?
Yes, sir.
We're going to event number 2. Let's step.
Aye, sir. I was horrified. I was frightened going into it because I had no idea how they were going to make male and female equals in the Gauntlet because it's such a physically enduring show in the first place. I had no idea how they were going to do that, and I was a little threatened.
We now had to figure out how to create our events around a male and a female with obvious physical skill differences and create a balanced playing field.
I'm in so much trouble because he is, I mean, an Italian bodybuilder. How am I going to compete with that? How am I going to physically endure what he can physically endure?
I knew the amount of time they were going to be up, the amount of sleep they weren't going to get, the amount of food they weren't going to eat. And it was cold and hot. You know, it was just every element you could imagine. It was rainy, it was cold, it was hot, you name it. And I just figured that Wolf would probably endure that a little bit more than Whitlow.
I need to win 6 events. If I win 6 events, I will hold the check in my hand. I do not want to go into Dismissal Hill worrying about who's going to vote for me because many of them left early, didn't get to establish a relationship, and towards the end, many of them were on Whitlow's side.
This is called Connington's Crossing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are going to run this course in memory of Recruit Connington.
Look at me now.
I'm in.
Your first obstacle is the wired obstacle that you see. You must crawl under that wire obstacle. From that wire obstacle, you will run to the mud pit. You will crawl in that mud pit, and you're going to see another obstacle. You'll run through that obstacle of tires. You'll continue to run until you see that obstacle, which is the wall. And once you get over that wall, you'll go to their own individual kayaks. You'll go across the lake until you see a tower. At that tower will be the end of your obstacles.
3, 2, 1.
Wolf and Whitlow, neither one of them wants to back down from each other. They both have some of the same characteristics. Very strong-willed, very strong-minded. I think that big egos come in here too. I know both of them are probably not used to failing at anything. So it definitely lifts the stakes up a little bit.
Let's go, Recruit Wolf. Get up there. Drill Instructor Rosenbaum's waiting.
Yes, sir.
It's just mud. Hurry up. Why is Wolf in front of you? Catch him.
Aye, sir.
Let's go, Whitlow. Get up the hill. Hurry up.
Connington's course was extremely intense because the obstacles were so far in between each other, and it was all running on sand.
Those tires right there. You see the tires? Hit every tire. Let's go.
Aye, sir.
When Recruit Wolf went over that wall, I looked at him and I said, wow, he looks pretty strong. I think he was so happy that he saw this wall and got over it. When Recruit Whitlow came to that wall, she thought she would be able to cross it just as easily.
It was a kick-ass course, and I really gave it my all. And then to finish it off with kayaking. I don't know how to kayak.
I wasn't very happy when I realized I was going up against Wolf because there are completely different strength levels, and I can't compete with that. But I'm giving this 110%.
She could have quit at any time, but she chose not to. She chose to keep going. Determination got her through. Drive got her through.
Connington's course killed me, and I really put it all out there.
Hey, hello. Take a knee right now.
Hi, sir.
Hey, good job. Wolf, your time was 12:42. Whitlow, your time was 15:18. But all we did today is we set a bar. We've seen what your best time could be today. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, we're going to run Connington's Crossing again. Whoever beats their time from today by the most will win Connington's dog tags.
I feel robbed with Connington's. I feel really robbed. Because I feel when you're a lead runner, when you're a pace setter, the person behind already knows they lost. So whether they're still mustering or whether they just want to finish just for pride, that's going to play a factor in that, of course. To feel the dog tags in my hand, Connington's dog tags, and then have them stripped away, kind of a little discouraged.
You did a good job. You really did.
I don't think I can go much faster than I did, to be honest. I mean, I peeked out, you? Did you peek it out or no?
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
That was just a test of will. And that one was amazing because it went hours and of them just facing each other. And when Whitlow finally fell off, I think Wolf couldn't move his legs. He fell down, and it was just emotional.
I really would have been happy at Lauder's last standing if I could have pushed Wolf, because the drill instructors didn't say anything about pushing him.
So violent.
But,
So violent.
come on. You were asleep.
I gotta be honest with you. The one thing that kept me awake, and I'd say to everybody, is the fact that it was so cold outside, my knees were shaking, and it would jog me awake if I fell asleep. It was incredible.
Oh, it just brings me to tears thinking about it.
My feet were frostbitten, my fingers were frostbitten, and the drill instructors, it was so cold, the drill instructors put on sweaters. Sweatshirts. So that shows you that we really hung in there.
But I had fun because what I did in my head is I made it, I would say chance. You know, Wolf, what do you want? Just a hot cup of cocoa and whipped cream and to lay down and take a nap? And then I had dreams in my head. In the netting, just like what's behind here, I saw beetles, and then I saw snakes, and then I even saw children like playing Ring Around the Rosies, and you know, and I was just daydreaming. I was so happy in my head. I had so many thoughts, and it was like I was mesmerized with just saying, fall off.
There was nothing that was going to take me off those 2 footprints of water. Nothing.
But
Nothing.
you didn't sprain your ankle either.
No, I didn't sprain my ankle, but I mean, we were both in the same elements. I mean, we both went through everything the same. I mean, we were aching and bruising and everything else. So when she stepped off, all I remember was just looking up, just saying, thank you.
Oh, when you fell over, you mean? Because
I couldn't feel my feet.
Off,
what do you want me to do?
Sat down,
I had no feet.
And then you went, oh, I'm frostbitten.
It was frostbitten. How are you supposed to step off if you're frostbitten toes?
I'm frostbitten. Drill instructor, this recruit can't move his feet. I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, you better not even be serious right now.
The one that was the greatest was the obstacle course. And I remember Bill, Eric, and I sitting together and saying, here's how we can balance this playing field. And it was a little mean to Wolf and Whitlow, but truthfully, it was the greatest measure of their, you know, their will to win, is we had them run the course against each other, head-to-head, square up. And Wolf, you know, kicked Whitlow's butt. However, Whitlow never gave up. She kept trying. And when they got to the end, she knew she was beaten, but the DIs walked in and said, all right, here is your time, Wolf. Here's your time, Whitlow. Now we're going to go do it again tomorrow morning. And that was a great way to balance the playing field, because now they were just competing against themselves.
It was one of the most difficult courses by far. I mean, you're talking about a 2-mile stretch that encompasses barbed wire, rappelling, mud, walking in sand, and kayaking. I mean, you have all those elements, and then...
The wall.
And the wall.
Don't forget the wall.
And then they pull the shimmy sham on one of 2 recruits by saying,
because you're the fastest and the strongest.
Right. Yeah. Let's have Superman beat his time now, since we want to make this a level playing field.
I didn't say sit down, freak. Stand up.
Sir.
No, right here.
On a deck.
What do you want, to hit me on the head with something?
No, sir.
Hey, hello, Wolf. You're getting your briefing right now. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
The name of this event, 1.5-mile run, is Ha's Heartbreak. And all the heart that she gave on that run, you're going to give back to her today.
Hey, who has water? Water?
I got water.
First time you ran an initial strength test, you ran at 10:05. Your goal is to beat 10:05. Neither one of you are going to know your times.
Whichever one of you beats your original time by the most wins Recruit Hard's dog tags. And you won't find out until Dismissal Hill.
Go.
This is still a strategic game, and some of the strategies that I played in the beginning are coming back to, you know, maybe play for me or play against me. I had to be 10 minutes because on the second day here, I had to be the hero and be the first one to finish, not knowing it was going to come back to bite me in the end.
Halfway through that, you know, you could tell he had the seriousness in his eyes, and he was thinking to himself, man, this is hurting a lot more than I thought it was going to hurt. Go around me, Wolf. Go around me. Let's go, Wolf. Go around me.
I've been slapped. I'm worn down. The Gauntlet's killing me. It's killing me.
Run! Get it from somewhere, Wolf! Time!
Ha's Heartbreak, it kicked his butt, but I still think that, you know, when he got to the end, he gave 110%.
Is that going to be 10:05? I'm going to flip out. Flip out.
10:04 and a half.
I'm telling you, it better be 10:05.
10:04 and a half, Wolf. Think I'm lying to you?
Or I'm going to run and pick up Har and go back here and do it again.
Well, maybe you'd run it faster. You know what Abra is?
Not sure, sir.
Hello. When something sucks, and then it's going to suck worse, you just say, Abra.
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 No, Abra.
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 There you go. Get up. Just leave it in there.
Aye, sir.
Your initial strength test, when you ran that in the first week, was 12 minutes and 40 seconds. Today, you're going to try to rip that time up. But,
Just like Wolf, you will not know your time.
Go!
I am going to win boot camp because I'm determined and I'm playing this game from the heart. I want to win because I don't want Wolf to win.
Go around me, Whitlow. Go around me. Let's go. Go around me. Let's go. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hey, let's go.
The money is not a factor right now. The factor is getting through each mission. I'm not even thinking about the money.
I believe Recruit Whitlow put so much of her own heart and ability into Har's heartbreak.
Come on, Whitlow! Use your arm! Other one! Time! Stand up. Shake it out. Stand up. Don't slow your heart rate down that much.
I think she put a little bit of Har's soul in herself to reach that finish line.
Coming up next, with Whitlow and Wolf each having earned a set of dog tags, neither can win boot camp without the votes of the 6 discharged recruits.
I'm really not surprised that Whitlow and Wolf are the last 2 remaining. They were in cahoots from the beginning.
I realized they were together when Whitlow didn't vote for Park and she voted for Meyer instead. That red flagged me that she was with Wolf.
Whitlow came back to the group and said, "Oh, I accidentally voted for Meyer. I just want to let you guys know it was an accident." People couldn't see through the corporate things Whitlow was doing and the brainwashing tactics Wolf was using.
I don't know which is worse, being like the ringleader, like Wolf of the whole thing, or being like his lame assistant.
My heartbreak was a heartbreak in itself because for me it was at the point where I was just saying, you know, to have this from day one when I came in first place and didn't even know what place she came in, that was secondary to it. Just the fact that I came in first place and having to re-race it and beat your own time, not knowing 10th, 11th, 7th, if she just finished just to finish or was giving it her all to come to that finish line, I didn't know. So for me, I was very frustrated.
When I'm running in, I know that I've run more than Wolf, and so that this is probably my only chance at getting, you know, maybe something to win. And just the thought of Har, it brought me literally sailing in, and I wanted to be as depleted as she was when she crossed the finish line. When McSweeney and I were on the back of the Deuce truck, and he told me about Oorah, and, you know, in the military, it's often referred to as sucking it up.
Oorah, it's a Marine Corps saying, and only Marines can use it. It's a term for motivation. Like, you know, you're doing an obstacle course, you're on a run, or you're out in the field, and something like it's raining, and basically you're wet, and you're miserable, and you're tired, and it's like, hey, Oorah. In other words, stay in the fight.
Oorah. And it's kind of and I still can't do it completely proper because I'm not a Marine, but it was a meaningful moment.
But it can be used as sarcasm too, as far as like, hey, you know, we got to go up to the armory and clean weapons before we get secured for the weekend. Oorah! 2 Marines or 2 units that walk by each other. That's a Marine's hello, good morning, how's your chow, how's your family doing? They all in that one word.
This is your next challenge in the Gauntlet, Park's Peak.
You remember Recruit Park?
Yes, sir.
Recruit Park peaked early, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
You all voted him out first, right?
Yes, sir.
This is your chance to test yourself and earn Recruit Park's dog tags.
The way you do this is just like this. You'll go up to our first station, and when you say, Recruit Whitlow on rappel, your time starts. You're going to come up to a box. Inside that box, you're going to have a quote. What you need to do is you need to memorize that quote. You come down, and you write down that quote on the dry erase board. If it's incorrect, you go back up. There's going to be 3 different quotes. You and Recruit Wolf will not know your times. Never take counsel of your fears. The fact that you are attacking induces the enemy to believe you are stronger than him. George Patton.
I really don't mind repelling. I really don't mind fearful situations. And so the quicker that I can get through them, that's where I can save time.
Yes, sir.
Go back.
Hi, sir.
It's frustrating to see the quote all there, rereading it, and keep sending her back up to the top. And it was all because there was one extra that.
Yes, sir.
Time! Time!
You couldn't go into that mission trying to memorize the whole spam, or you'll come down and miss a word. You need to form an acronym with the beginning of each sentence. So if it begins with a P, the second sentence begins with an L, and the last sentence begins with a P, remember it's pop.
Good! Incorrect.
Good! Time! Time!
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. John F. Kennedy.
Yes, sir.
Incorrect.
Parks Peak, I was moving so quick that I really wasn't stopping to really think about what I was doing.
Yes, sir.
Incorrect.
Yes, sir.
Correct!
Love rappelling. This was at your own pace, and it also incorporated a little mental power in there, you know? For me, it was a good testament to some of the things that I haven't been able to show so far.
Done! Correct. Time!
It's easy to see one's true colors, so a good leader must be true to themselves. Raising morale can be done without saying much. It is not necessary to scream. Recruit Sean Yanni. Whitlow was making some sleep deprivation errors. And when you get to a fatigue point like that, you start making mistakes.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Recruit Whitlow on rappel.
On belay.
Get your break, Cam.
She was really feeling the pressure. She was beating herself at that point. It was getting late. We'd been out there a long time.
All right?
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Time! Time! Did you hurt yourself on that skid?
Recruit just needs some sense knocked into this
Well,
recruit, sir.
we've known that, Whitlow.
Aye, sir.
You're not bleeding or anything, are you?
No, sir.
Too bad.
Pain is temporary, sir.
That's right. Go.
Aye, sir.
When Recruit Wolf came into Parks Peak, it almost was like he had a second wind and he was refreshed, and he whipped it on. I was literally amazed at how quickly he did it.
Done!
Time! Time!
You know the scariest part?
Boot camp's over today.
We're not even halfway through the gauntlet.
Well, we are. We did Coddington's Crossing. We already know what it is. It's just a
But
retake.
we still have 4 missions left.
This is it. Today's the last day.
Hey, it's still dark outside, okay?
It's probably like only 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'm waiting for the rooster to poke its little beak out.
Do you know how warm our squad base would be right now?
I would do anything for a bed right now. And to be able to shut my eyes and to be left alone just for a little bit.
We went without food, we went without talking to our family, we went without this, we went without that. All basic needs and wants. And the most basic of all, sleep, is like the icing on the cake.
It's not going to get easier. It hasn't gotten easier. I don't expect it to get easier. It's the gauntlet. And we're in our breakdown point.
I'm finding something new that aches with each step.
Extremely physical. And very, very mental. Just what a gauntlet really means. Intense.
Get out! Get out! Free right now, you trash! Hurry up!
I said,
hurry up!
what are you doing sleeping? Let's go, let's go!
Put your trash up!
Get your gear on, let's go, let's go!
Today! Hurry up! Today, Willow! Today, Willow! Get over here now! Get up here now!
Hi, sir!
What'd he say?
Let's roll up before he's ordered, sir!
Amazing. Would you forget about all that stuff?
No, sir!
Hey, when I tell you to, you're gonna sit down in that chair right in front of you, and you're gonna pull it all the way up to the edge. You got that?
Yes, sir!
Do it.
Hi, sir!
Sit!
Hi, sir!
This is the next stage of the gauntlet. Moretti's memory. That is Moretti with an I. In his honor, we're going to test your memory to see if you can win his dog tags. Are you ready?
Yes, sir!
Okay, look at me, recruit.
Hi, sir!
I will explain this portion of the gauntlet. It's a memory test. You will see a series of slides one at a time. You will have 15 seconds to study each slide, and you'll have 10 seconds to answer my question. You got that?
Yes, sir!
You and Whitlow will be asked the same questions, but you won't be told the results until Dismissal Hill. The test starts now. How many red crosses are there? You have 10 seconds. Think about it.
5, sir!
Next slide. What is the exact wording on the large white sign?
Warning, no unauthorized personnel, sir!
This is a two-part question. How many railroad boxcars are there? And what colors are they?
1, sir! Red, sir!
Your question is, how many red diamond signs are there on the truck?
2, sir!
How many brown boxes are there?
4, sir!
How many tree stumps are there?
3, sir!
Get out!
Hi, sir!
At this point in time of the gauntlet, the recruits are just literally smoked right now. They're living off of adrenaline. You know, out of an energy scale of 1 to 10, they're kicking about a 3 right now and fading quickly. The question is, how many red crosses are there?
2, sir!
This next slide, study carefully. What is the exact wording on the large white sign?
Warning, sir.
Next slide. This is a 2-part question. How many railroad boxcars are there, and what are the colors?
Colors are black, gray, and white, gray. Sir? Boxcars, sir?
The question is, how many dryers are there?
0, sir.
What class are the explosives?
Class 2, sir.
Name the sign that is directing straight ahead.
Which way is straight ahead, sir? Towards
the arrow that points straight.
Main gate, sir.
Get out.
Aye, sir!
Drill Instructor Rosenbaum said, "Do you want to know how you did?" And we both said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "You both got one wrong. And I'd be surprised if I got one right."
After watching Moretti's memory, I didn't think either one of them won. I had no clue. They both did so horrible. Right now, Recruit Wolf and Recruit Whitlow have both been mentally and physically challenged, I think farther than they have ever pushed themselves for that long of a period.
This gauntlet is like the best thing we've done, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Better than laying at the beach?
Yes, sir.
Wolf?
Yes, sir.
Better than protein shakes?
Yes, sir.
Better than selling soup?
Yes, sir.
It's like a vacation, isn't it? Whitlow? Whitlow? Is it like a vacation? Is your mind gone, Whitlow?
Recruit Whitlow has lost her mind, sir.
You've lost your mind, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
No sleep, no food.
I always considered their brains were running on a gerbil, on a wheel inside their brain, and you could see Whitlow was... The gerbil wasn't on the wheel no more.
Where's the gerbil at right now, Whitlow? The gerbil is upside down, isn't it, Whitlow? All 4 little paws are up in the air on the gerbil. And all he's doing is looking for someone to feed him right now, isn't he?
Sleep, sir. All gerbil wants to do is sleep, sir.
No, just so you know, your gerbil is sleeping, Whitlow.
She was done. Recruit Whitlow was done at that point right there. I don't know if she's got enough endurance left to make it.
That was the stupidest game by far of the Gauntlet.
But you still got more than I did.
Yeah, but it was by default. I mean, it was lucky. I mean, I was literally guessing. I mean, the game, it was just there just to show how delirious we really were. I mean, you could not function where your brain would concentrate or remember what's on the slide. It was impossible to do it.
Do you know the only one that I got was a washer and dryer? Out of all the military stuff they showed a row of washers, and they asked, how many dryers there were. That was the only one I got.
That's your motherly instincts kicking in
I
now.
know.
See that?
Who would have thought?
Well, we're getting ready to go on our next journey. Look up in the sky back to your left.
Aye, sir.
What do you say?
Sunset, sir.
Sunset?
Sunrise, sir.
Sunrise. Gee, so that tells you it's about what time you think?
Almost time for Gauntlet to end, sir.
I don't know about that, but It should tell you about the guesstimated time, what it is. I'm trying to look at my watch.
6:30, sir.
Well, you just can't control that face, can you, Campbell? She's hallucinating, Wolf. My God. Come back to the light! Come back to the light, Whitlow! She lost it. Look at her, Wolf. She has freaking lost it. Look at her. Battlefield fatigue. Drill Sergeant McSweeney.
We need to go to the Veterans Administration.
Back to the light. Back to the light, Whitlow.
Aye, sir.
Back to the light.
I'm not myself. I'm giddish, but I'm still going strong. I have my moments.
Thinking about how the voting's going to come down for Dismissal Hill. I know I put forth as much as I could put forth in the Gauntlet, but it's up to your fellow squad members. And, you know, whether you win 5 the Gauntlet events, you could lose with, you know, a 6 vote in on Dismissal Hill. So I'm nervous. I'm very nervous.
I'm hoping to at least have 5 of the 6 votes. I'm hoping. Out of the 6 discharged people, I think out of maybe loyalty, I'll have Hutax out of the connection that we made.
I didn't talk to Recruit Whitlow as much as some of the other females, I think. I think we had a lot in common on the outside. I think we played the game a little differently.
Poupou. Poupou and I are both from Philadelphia. Does she have the Philly pride or not? We'll find out.
I wasn't in the game long enough to form a meaningful opinion about anybody. So I really, to me, I don't really care. I don't have any strong opinions about either one of them.
Whitlow kind of held back, kept a low profile, was nice to everybody, but I don't think contributed as much as Wolf.
Thompson. I don't know. I haven't thought about that one.
Brown doesn't like Whitlow, and I would use that to feed me for a vote.
I think from the moment I first spoke with Whitlow, I didn't trust her because it's all in the eyes, and she always had shifty eyes. She never had an open look into her face.
Moretti with a Y. Loyalty will vote for me.
I mean, if you get amnesty, you're in for sure. For me personally, I can't quite figure her out. I go from day to day, like totally trusting her, and then being like, "Am I being duped?" I still don't know if she had anything to. I mean, she must have known that Moretti was going to take me. That's what I think, and I think, why didn't she tell me?
I think Yaney is as much of a time bomb as I think he is. I think he always had a respect level for me, and we were bunkmates right next to each other in the racks. I would count on definitely his vote.
Wolf I liked a lot. I got along with Wolf. You know, we would joke around and stuff, but there were just certain things I didn't like. I didn't like the way he sort of persuaded people to vote with him. That kind of bothered me a lot. I saw it a lot with Meyer.
I think what Wolf did was he would tell people to vote for a certain person, and then he would go to that person and he would say, "Oh, I just want to warn you that that you're going to be voted out," and then Wolf would have amnesty from that person because he was the one that warned them.
What did they say?
They're split, but Hutax one way and then
Whitlow was telling Wolf, first of all, everything that we planned in our thing. She was pretending to be a friend to us, pretending. And what am I supposed to say? You come here, everyone came here with a strategy. Everyone lied at some point. I did. Everyone did something.
I don't know which is worse, you know, being like the ringleader, like Wolf of the whole thing, or being like his lame assistant. You know, like he was openly a weasel, and she was like a weasel in disguise.
the shocking conclusion to the ultimate competition. Recruits Whitlow and Wolf continue their quest to conquer the Gauntlet. Then, the ultimate payback. The 6 discharged recruits cast the final vote.
From Wolf, I heard a lot of arrogance. And Whitlow, I didn't trust.
Not taking responsibility is going to cost somebody.
The winner of boot camp is recruit.
Recruit Lemon was an awesome story that never made the entire show. As Recruit Thompson was checking in and being processed, part of the thing is that they dig into their bags and they pull everything out and they look for something to tease them with.
We're going through the luggage, and there's a little lemon doll. So we're asking him, what's this? And he's like, Mr. Lemon, sir.
That was a little stuffed lemon that I had had since high school. I thought he might be a little piece of my childhood or whatnot. If things got really bad, I could always have like a little security blanket of some sort.
So after the screaming, Recruit Lemon gets put away. He gets taken away. He makes it through. And Recruit Catherine goes down. So the drill instructors decided that they were going to add another recruit.
So we took Mr. Lemon, and somehow somebody found like some G.I. Joe boots and like a whole G.I. Joe outfit, a little outfit. And so we outfitted him in like a little, like, Marine Corps camis and boots.
He's well disciplined. He's hard. I think he's going to be the last one left. He's on deck. Around now.
Right, Melissa Thompson! Recruit Lemon, sir!
I really thought it was going to be a person. I mean, he's like, he's so hot, you know, he's the best recruit there is. Recruit Lemon, he never needs water, he's just like a camel. I mean, but he didn't say Recruit Lemon, but he made it sound like, you know, this is the best recruit ever. And I was really thinking it was going to be a person, and we turned around and saw that stuffed lemon. It was unreal.
And I wanted to ask permission to laugh because it was really funny. I wanted to go, Recruit Yanni, request permission to laugh, but I knew I couldn't do that, so I didn't.
And then they made Recruit Thompson take care of Lemon. That was the beauty. Like, he was responsible for Recruit Lemon. He had to take him through training. There was a time when Recruit Lemon passed out, and they made Thompson give him CPR.
He's a little wounded, a little shaken. Here to lift. Is he breathing? Check breathing.
He would have to feed him, and he would have to talk to Recruit Lemon.
Maybe you'd like to ask the recruit if that's all, if he wants something to drink too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead. Hurry up, whisper in his ear. Can the doggone bird this?
Yes, ma'am.
Hurry up.
I am.
Thompson thinks he's human. I mean, Thompson talks to him. I think he gets all of his advice from Recruit Lemon.
You know you're going to get yelled at for anything on the show. You know, your shirt's not straight, your shoes aren't tied right, you're too slow. But now I'm getting yelled at because a stuffed lemon shirt's not on straight.
Best recruit I ever had. He was awesome. He was hard. He never complained about anything.
Recruit Lemon was goofy. I mean, what a goofy thing to bring to boot camp. A lemon with legs and arms. So I blame Recruit Thompson for that one. Get a new friend. Perhaps like an imaginary one.